We've got the latest breaking news from, by way of the Fed, in theory. Jerome Powell, Fed chair, shared here on Fox News, and we got, I think his name is Chris Payne. Don't quote me on that one.
All right, Fox News Alert now as we take a look at the markets with just a couple hours left in trading. The Dow is up 223 points. This says JP Morgan is now forecasting an interest rate cut in September and 4 more by the end of the year.
But in essence, what we all were hoping for, waiting for, good news, it seems. Interest rates. Not only will potentially there be a drop in interest rates, but there may be multiple drops in interest rates. Actually, let me take that back. Let me swap this because we need to wear this hat.
Okay, so markets are taking all of this in. In the meantime, Charles Payne is here to make sense of this. Charles Payne of Making Money.
Yeah.
Because people are looking to make money in this environment. And it seems, even when we ran our very unscientific poll on our show Twitter account, what is most concerning to you right now? Is it prices? Is it employment? Overwhelming majority said it's interest rates coming down. So do you believe that this is the case, that we're going to see several cuts by the end of the year?
Absolutely. Everything changed on Friday morning at 8:30 when those job numbers came down and those revisions came down. Because right at that point, the consensus was September, there's maybe a 40-30% chance of a rate cut. Overwhelmingly, everyone sees that. Now, if you talk about 4, that means there's going to be at least 150 basis point cut. That starts to add a sense of urgency. That really tells you, by the way, if the Fed has to do that, that will really be so damning for Jay Powell, because his position, anytime they have to do more than 25 basis points, it means that they're behind, right? It will sort of cement the notion that, Jay Powell is late yet again. And to your point, why do so many people care? This is what makes me so angry with the Federal Reserve. They always look at us as a whole nation,
We need to put another win in the Trump MAGA category. We need to put another dollar in the Donald Trump was right jar. And not only seeing, in my opinion, a remarkable image of peace executed, just happening in real time. But we'll talk more about that maybe later. I really want to shift focus here and return back to perhaps maybe where we all started. I don't know how many of you guys have been watching since the channel started or since before the election campaign really kicked off, but we were having different conversations. We were having different talks. We were having we were really focusing on the economy, the money, the changes that were happening. And in fact, I actually came across a clip from a video that I put up 2022, I believe. Folks, this is alarming to say the least. Their plan has been exposed, and I don't even think they're really trying to cover it up or hide it anymore. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. My name is Kevin. Please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, help increase the reach so that more folks can gain access to this important information and, most importantly, the truth. Folks, links in the description if you want opportunities on building wealth, starting side hustles, building passive income streams, and protecting your assets through diversified portfolio techniques that I myself use every single day. Now, I want to share with you this recent update about Walmart closures in Albuquerque that will have, according to these headlines, huge impacts to lower income residents. And this Walmart is actually not far from the Walmart that my family and I happened to visit during our summer full-time van life road trip, where we spent about 2 months living in our van full-time as we traveled the western half of the United States. And it was ironic because as I watched this intro of this video, it dawned on me that, it was at a time when people were telling me in the comment section, which, the comment section is what it is, okay? And this is what I teach people. This is what I coach people on. And it's staying focused on what matters. Staying focused on your business, on your family, on your life, on your money, on your portfolio, on your strategy, on your goals. And I could probably rifle off several comments that were left in the comment section of this video, basically stating, look at you, who the hell do you think you are, talking about, we're going to do a little bit of a flex. We're going to do a little bit of a humble brag here. Who do you think you are, talking about money and the economy and investing and building wealth and business, when look at you, you're sitting there in your garage, or not your garage, in your apartment complex. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Look, guys, I know what I want. I know what I'm working towards. I got my sights set, focused, and that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna say necessarily ignore the haters, but at the same time, it's just like, you can't ignore them, because if you're gonna do this, if you're gonna do anything really worthwhile, you're gonna hear them. They're going to try to present themselves, and there's that. However, you don't have to really listen to them or give them any power over you or any weight in what they have to say, and just stay focused, okay? Stay focused on what matters. And that's where we're at. And that's where we need to get back to, because, here it is. Fast forward a couple 3 years. And we actually, when I say fast forward, we actually fast forwarded another year, because technically I should be delivering this video to you from our apartment, because we didn't plan on moving out until 2026. But we fast tracked it. We accelerated the plan. We're out already. And yeah, like I said, humble brag, a little flex here. Okay. This is, in essence, a resume. This is building rapport, credibility. And yeah, I was sitting on the balcony of an apartment complex telling you these things, and now I'm in a home, in a garage, telling you these things. So there's that, take it for what you want, what it's worth. My 2 cents, grain of salt. But in essence, it's happening again, folks. Just like I said before, it's happening again. And there are some things that I can assure you that folks are thinking to themselves now, perhaps maybe kicking themselves now, saying, damn it, why didn't I know this before? Why didn't anybody tell me? I wish I would have known then. I wish I would have taken action. Well, here we go, folks. Round 2. Round 2. And so essentially, with what's going on, what's happening, you're going to want to be ready. You're going to want to be prepared. You can drop in the comment section down below, your wants, your desires, your interests, your needs, and realize that what is about to happen is, no pun intended, a door opening. A door opening. When the Fed lowers interest rates, that is a door opening. Now, this door is not going to stay open for long. And do you know why? Yeah, exactly. Because everybody knows what's about to happen. What happened last time is going to happen again, but it's going to happen much, much faster, which means you're going to have less of an opportunity, a smaller window of opportunity to seize the opportunities, the upsides, the perks, the benefits. Max is like, where are you going? The perks, the benefits to lower interest rates,
Jay Powell was late yet again. And to your point, why do so many people care? This is what this is what makes me so angry with the Federal Reserve. They always look at us as a whole nation. You know, small businesses, you know, we have to refinance under these higher rates this year. Many can't do it. They can't make payroll. So you have small businesses that are hurting. You have individuals that are hurting. We just got a couple days ago from the New York Fed delinquency rates. All of them are spiking. So it's one of these things that Main Street America needs. And now you're seeing more evidence in the labor market, which is one of their key jobs, of course, for the Federal Reserve.
Sure. Folks obviously have more than one desire, and that could be increased wages and lower operating costs, lower cost of living. But at the same time, you know, beggars can't be choosers, and we're going to take advantage of the opportunities that we have while we have them. And honestly, there's opportunities all the time. But I would say that for most people, the average American looking to get their head above water, you're probably going to want to stay close and reach out, connect. If you feel like you'd like to, you know, get a more in-depth, behind the scenes, personal touch conversation to what's happening, the same things that my wife and I discuss on a regular basis and talk about with our friends and our clients and our consulting, coaching members. And basically, with what's about to happen, we're talking about your credit needs to be top notch, your score. You need to be looking to lower your cost of living by way of lower Fed interest rates, and that could be through paying off credit card debt at lower rates, paying off or refinancing loans at lower rates, auto loans, home equity, mortgage, and even if you're looking to buy a home, knowing what is it going to take and how you're going to accomplish this task of getting a mortgage with lower interest rates while the window is open before it closes. And ultimately, you know, it takes time, but we've got a heads up. Rates are dropping, and they're dropping, and they're dropping, and they're dropping. Okay, well, let's not wait until they've dropped as low as they're going to drop to then say, oh, I need to get my butt into gear to take advantage of this opportunity. And so we want to act now. And it's urgent, but at the same time, we have time, okay? So this can be accomplished. We have essentially, you know, let's just say 6 months, 3 quarters, perhaps, or longer. But the last thing you're gonna wanna do is get to the end of that, to the point of which I'm making another video telling you about us being in the best possible situation and position as a whole, as a country, and you're saying, oh shit, I didn't start. I need to start now. Let's get started.